Hello, everybody. I'm Marvin Hubbard. Basically, good morning. Basically, my experience from the trip, it was unlike any experience I ever had in my life. I remember the morning we got up there, and it was like 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and we got up there, and it was freezing cold, and everybody had like a face protector, and I left mine in the room in the hotel, and we got off the bus, and I was thinking, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be cold, but ain't no wind gonna be blowing. So we got off the bus, and Emily just hit me like, boom. I turned around, I looked at my mom, and she was all bundled up and stuff. She's like, I can't help you. I'm like, and Crunch had this big bag of t-shirts, and we all the guys had to keep taking turns carrying it, because it was a long walk to the mall. And there was a bunch of people there and a bunch of trash all over the place and stuff. But it was a lot of people bumping into each other. All you could hear is people crying and yelling and screaming, get out of the way, And then you got people honking their horns and stuff, driving through the crowd, and when we were going there, I really didn't I didn't really know what to expect, and I really didn't know what to think about the trip. And it was really cold. All I could think about was frostbite on my toes and walking, carrying this heavy bag. I'm like, man, what's the point of this, right? And we finally got there, and then we were sitting down, we were next to the jumbotron and stuff. And Crunch actually dared me to go out and do 25 push-ups in the middle of the crowd, right? And I did it, just stay warm and stuff. He still owed me $25. And I did it, and then he sent us out to spread the word about IPeace and stuff. And I'm not really the type of person I'll go up to if I don't know you. I don't really start a conversation and stuff. And through this experience, I grew socially as a person, because I'm normally quiet, but I just mind my own business. I don't really get into anybody else's business. And then basically when we heard Obama talk, the thing that stood out to me the most about this, his quote towards the end of the speech, was our challenges may be new, the instruments with which we meet them may be new, but those values upon which our success depends, hard work and honesty, courage and fair play, tolerance and curiosity, loyalty and patriotism, these things are old, these things are true, they have been the quiet force of progress throughout our history. Amen.
Hello. Hi, my name is Joy Edwards. As the days were coming closer for us to leave, I was really excited. Then when we arrived in Miami and saw the bus, I thought it was to myself, it was going to be a long bus ride. Then when we got our seats and actually had our individual meeting with Crunch on what we had expected to do, in Washington, had our prayer, and then actually saw who we were riding on the bus with, I thought to myself, longer bus ride. And I knew we were going to be part of history because that's what everybody was saying. And what I thought to myself was I was going to be cold, and I was going to be in a crowd, mainly of African Americans, and and I really knew I was going to be cold. But I'm glad to say everything I thought was wrong. Arriving in Virginia, I was glad to know that we were almost there. Yes, it was cold, but that wasn't even a factor for us because I remember it started to snow and Raquel and I running into what seemed to us to be a blizzard. And that bus driver saying, y'all know it's cold, right? But at that point we didn't care because when we went skiing last year, it didn't even snow like that. Also, we made some friends. The lady with the checker hat who lost her wallet, the nurse, Brianna and her mom, and Sister Bentley. Yes, Sister Bentley. That lady, she could talk. She talked all day and night. She would call somebody at 1 o'clock in the morning and say, I'm just trying to let you know it's snowing. Or she would turn all the way around in her seat and talk about her blood pressure. Everything. But all the talking seats once we got off the bus and headed to the National Mall. I was surprised and happy to see many diverse cultures, walking and waiting to see what I had come to see. It was a nice atmosphere and everyone was willing to take pictures for our IPeace campaign. Once President Obama was sworn in, I had a sense of relief and happiness. Relief because in my junior year of high school, I remember sitting in history class and talking about what the president's job was. And the student asked, how come there was no black president? And my teacher replied, he didn't know and there probably wasn't going to be any. I had a feeling of happiness because this was my first year voting. And I don't know who was standing out there in those grounds who had a feeling that they did something, but I felt like I had a vote and it counted. I'm so very glad to be able to go on this trip. And I want to thank everyone for letting this youth group represent you all the way in Washington. And I want to thank the Black History Tours for letting us join them and giving us a youthful, fun, adventurous trip. And thank you, Crunch, for hitting me with the snowball. Obama said, today I say to you, the challenges we face are real, they are serious, and they are many. They will not be made easily or in a short span of time, but I know this America, they will be made. Thank you.